All right, guys, we've got, and I'm gonna have to figure out the tally. This is our 8th one of these mock draft rivals. I believe we're 4-3. I'll find out the score. But on this one, I'm very, very excited. I will be doing the Philadelphia Eagles. And now, since it is a rivalry, it's 1-1 in Super Bowls. Med will be doing the Kansas City Chiefs in this version of mock draft rivals. Go give us draft grades. Let us know who's winning. And Med, how you doing, man? You ready?
I am ready, and I'm actually really excited about this because we actually get a break in between each draft, unless you put it up on fast, didn't you? You put it on fast.
I can. Hey! I can switch it.
No,
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 no.
no. Go ahead and put it on fast.
Are you sure? It's
No,
right
I'm
there.
good. Yeah, see,
Okay,
there it is.
let's do it.
We're
Chiefs,
doing it
Eagles. Boom. Watch how fast this goes.
so fast.
I'm gonna scroll up after well, shoot. Okay, so you're the Chiefs. That's not worth it at all.
Nope,
But there's
reject,
we'll reject that one.
reject, and reject. See, that was very easy right there. So one of
No
the things
trades.
that we no trades.
Ooh,
So
Colston
defensive
Loveland.
tackle, guard, edge, offensive tackle, or safety.
And there's and that's funny they don't say there's a tight end need because Colston Loveland fell to you. Are
Mm-hmm.
you cool if I scroll up? I just want to see this really
Go
quick.
for
I
it.
want to see what happened. So the Packers took Scorton. Igbuka went right before, which is something I think could happen to the Packers. The Vikings took Pierce Jr. The Lions took a guard, which makes sense. Burden, who was somebody I like. The Packers
I
passed on
like
him.
actually
Washington,
that right there.
I like that pick. Malachi Starks went 20. Golden went 18, which is what I expected. The Steelers landed Shador Sanders at 16. They traded up for me, fell to 16.
That's a possibility though, because there's a lot of news saying that Shador is actually dropping out of the top 10 right now.
I think
And
so too.
I like how
That's
the
interesting.
AI actually traded. So
Yeah. And Emin Worry went all the way up to 14. He went before Shador at 14 to the
I can see
Indianapolis
it.
Colts. The Cowboys got Ashton Genty, and you guys took Will Campbell. And the top 6 picks right there: Cam Ward, Hunter, Abdul, that's good. Membu, solid.
That's pretty much what it looks like right now in a lot of
10
people's
all the way up
drafts.
at 6. Interesting. All right, I like it. Pretty good. All right, man. You got a lot of good stuff here.
I
What are you
do.
thinking?
So running back, I know that they already fixed that up and everything like that. Can we hit offense real quick? I do love Hampton. I mean, that's let me look at the tackles.
No Raz on him. Interesting. Offensive tackle, you got Connerly Jr.,
Hmm
6'4", 311 from Oregon, 8'86" Raz. And then you got, I'm not even going to try to say his first name, Ursery from Minnesota.
Let's
Pretty
just
good
go
name.
ahead and get Loveland tied in from
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah. This is a steal. If he falls 31, that's just ridiculous. So I'm going to go, that's an easy one. Reject. These trades suck. Reject. And I'm not even for a 7th. It's not worth it. I need more than that to move down one spot because there are players I like here. So I'm going to reject. It's not worth it for me because the Browns are going to take somebody I want. Okay, so the Eagles have they're in a weird spot. They
Hmm
don't need a running back as much as I love O'Marion Hampton. I can't do it. But they did lose Josh Sweat. They
hmm
lost a defensive tackle, so Walter Nolan actually makes sense. And they lost Mekhi Becton. So they do have a need on the defensive line and at guard. Um, I kind of like Walter Nolan here for them at 6'3", 296. He's a little raw, but I feel like he would develop so well in Philly. What do you think on that one?
I actually like Walter Nolan. The Philadelphia would be a good fit because he can actually move anywhere on that line. Ole Miss, you could see him line up on the outside as well as the inside. He's a very versatile player. Another one that I see right here is Donovan Ezeirauku from Boston College.
Yeah, I like him too. I'm trying to decide which guy I like better for them. It just sucks because they lost Milton Williams, but he was a part timer. So they kind of do need an edge rusher more. This is a deep class at edge rusher and defensive tackle.
Mhm.
So I think I am going to go ahead and go with Ezekiel. I can't say that guy from Boston
Ezeirauku.
College. Ezeirauku. There we go. I've heard his name, but I'm weird with names. I can't say it. I just want to see what the
Oh,
Packers
good.
did really quick. Maxwell Hairston. So this is something I'm expecting the Packers to actually do. Maybe one scenario I see where they go for defense again the first 2 rounds and wait till receiver on the 3rd round. Harold Fannin went to Washington. That's a good pickup for them. And you're back up with the Chiefs and like Judkins. Look at this. This is good stuff.
See, and that's the thing that I like about this is that I would love to get Quinshon. I mean, to me, he is a steal this deep into this
Yes, he is.
draft, but
Yeah,
we
he is.
do need needs. And one of the needs that we have to take is Tate Ratledge, guard out of Georgia.
Yeah.
We just need a guard. And I mean, I'm going to go ahead and try to build that wall back up. It was, it wasn't too long ago we would talk about how great the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line was. We need to start talking about it again. So Tate Ratledge, come on down to KC.
Well, and they traded their guard away to
Chicago.
Yeah, they
Thuney.
traded. Yeah, that's a huge need. It's a good pick. I could move 3 back for a 7th again. Cleveland, offer me more than a 7th. I can move 7 back and pick up a. That is actually really good. There's some really good players here, though. I don't know if I want to pass on them.
You don't want to pass on them.
I don't. I just don't. Because Quinshon Judkins actually makes a lot of sense. Jalen Royals makes a whole lot of sense for
Yes,
the
he
Eagles
does.
here. And he needs some speed at receiver. So it's not just me picking receivers. They need this dude. You're coming back up here. It would make sense for you as well. I got to steal him from you, Jalen Royals.
I like that pick, actually.
Yeah. Figuring no on this one.
No. That's tempting.
I wish that was like another pick in this draft, then that'd be worth it. Okay. You're up here. You got your next one is 95. You hit that you hit guard, you hit tight end. That was very slick. That was really, really lucky he fell. That was a really good pick. What are you thinking now?
I'm actually going to go with Quinshon Judkins because the sample reason that I think Pachinko is, I wouldn't say he's getting washed, but the simple fact that he has been taking a beating the last couple of years. They just gave contracts to Kareem Hunt. They just got another running back outside of Pachinko. I think go ahead and get your next one. Go ahead and get him in line. So Judkins right here.
Well, and if we're being honest, Hunt had a couple of decent games, but he looked kind of washed last year. I don't think he can take a full volume. He can't. He averaged like 3.5 yards a carry. He's not an every down back anymore. He's just not. That offensive line was part of the problem, but he also wasn't that great. He was good for about 3 yards, which was average.
Right.
This is you. Yeah, I'm guessing no on that one, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Is that your pick?
Well, I was looking at Shamir Turner, but let me look at that real quick. Yeah, just give me Darius Alexander. I mean,
9.16 Raz, dude. Wow.
I know what you get with Shamir Turner. Shamir Turner has such a high motor that you would want to get him, but I mean, Darius Alexander fell this far. He ain't falling no further. Come get some barbecue.
I'm going to decline that because I need more in this draft to move up. So you're killing this. Got me an edge, got me a receiver, need a guard. Do need a defensive tackle. Could use a corner, but guard is where I'm thinking, and I'm thinking it's Dylan Fairchild from Georgia, 6'5", 318. I actually just went on a Georgia podcast, and we talked about this guy and how he was a little stiff. The offense really fell off last year, but he's a pretty solid pick. I think the Eagles are a really good spot for him to develop him. He had 24 starts against SEC competition. I think that this is the type of team that could make a mauler out of him at the NFL. So I'm going to go.
I love that pick.
Hopefully.
And I mean, it's not like they don't do bad things with their picks. I mean, they have the best offensive line. So
yeah, it's Philly. They're gonna rock this. You're back up here, dude.
I'm gonna go with defense, and I want to look at edge, please.
Here we go. Fadil Diggs, Syracuse, 6'4", 257, 9'3" Raz. You got Q Robinson, Powell Ryland, Jared Ivey, Jaw Joyner are your top 5.
Let me look at Powell Ryland real quick, and he has a high Raz.
Good Raz. Yeah, that's awesome for a defensive end.
But one thing I did like about Diggs that I read really quick, let me check out Q Robinson real quick too. I mean, all these guys are kind of small, but
no Raz on him. He's a little undersized, but Wow. One arm stab move to convert speed to power. That's good for a
Mhm.
guy of his size.
Yep. I'm going to actually go with Diggs because when it said high, like the very first line you see, it says high effort defensive loan for his positional flexibility and athleticism. Basically, he's not giving up whenever the ball is snapped. Also, if you also read on further down, he has a great first step and he uses his hands, which is very key for a defensive lineman. So I'm going to go ahead and get Fadil Diggs.
I like it. If he gets his pad level improved, this guy could be a serious steal in the late 4th round. I like it. Good pick. Okay, so right now I have landed an edge, landed a guard, landed a receiver. I like the idea of a corner here, but I think I'm gonna wait on that. And I see Jordan Phillips, a little bit of a low raz from Maryland, but this is interesting to me. The ferocity shows an extension is admirable. They play more stabs at the college level. That's interesting because they're saying he just needs these 2 green. But a team like
Yeah.
Philly, I feel like could develop that. Let me look at Caldwell really quick.
And a
That's
lot of people really talk about him like he's going to be the next big deal in some ways, but these guys don't like him.
a team that could develop him would be them. And then you have Riley Mills from Notre Dame, 6'5", 291, 7.5 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss, 114 pressures, only missed 6% of his tackles. He's not going to be there the next pick. I'm going to go with Riley Mills. I like
I
him.
like that. Don't always go with the top rated one that they show us.
Yeah, it's just one website too. Okay, so I'm back up.
Well, you're going to be busy in the next few.
I got some players coming, huh? All right. Well, I mean, sorry, bud. I got to do it. Dylan Sampson's here. Let's get somebody to take a little bit of the pressure off Saquon Barkley. They did lose Gainwell. Let's beef up that running back room. I'm back up. This is a terrible trade. Why would you ever do
Horrible.
that? I moved down twice.
What's Jerry thinking?
Jerry's thinking they're gonna do it, man. Funny thing is, they kind of do need a tight end. Bond, man, I can't believe Isaiah Bond has fallen so far. But I bet it's the Raz, and he's so small. And he didn't put up like as elite of speed as people thought. What were the other concerns? Is he the one who had the DUI?
I don't know about the DUI. Usually that's something that happens over in Georgia. A zing.
I feel like you were holding that and you were like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Ooh, Johnny Cornelius. Here we go. Get another tackle for this offensive line. Let's beef it up. Let's do it. Cornelius. And then I can move 9 back to pick up 217. That's not
Now
fair.
it makes sense. But also at the same time, I mean, I get what you're saying. You could feast on the next couple picks.
Yeah, I got it 168. I'm just gonna take it. Are these my last picks? Yeah, these are my last 2 picks. So I've gotten an offensive tackle, a guard, defensive tackle, edge, receiver, running back. I'm gonna go ahead and hit corner, so I hit all of their needs. Noel Williams from Carolina, solid RAS score, 3,300 career snaps. I like it. They just need depth. I know his top end speed is just average, but he had 7 interceptions last year. I like the fact that he's a ball hawk, and in this secondary, they just need depth. So I'm gonna go and take him. Then I'm gonna go ahead because I've heard that their tight end is in trade rumors. Let's look at Mitchell Evans from Notre Dame. Size and spatial awareness to create mismatches. 3 receiving touchdown, highlighting potential concerns with the passing offense. 727 Raz is not bad, but I'm going to take a look at the guy I like even better. Luke Lackey. I think that he has a higher ceiling than Mitchell Evans.
Agree.
That's why I like to show both players because I like Luke Lackey better. And they need another tight end in case they do trade theirs. So let's grab a tight end. And that's my draft for the Eagles. You still got 3 more picks.
All right, let me see what all I picked so far.
Yeah, let's take a look. So you got Loveland, tight end, Ratledge, guard, Quinshon Judkins, running back. So you hit 3 offensive players in a row, and then you got defensive line, Darius Alexander, and then Fadil Diggs. Nice draft.
Let me check out safety real quick.
Safety. Dante Trader Jr. This is exactly where he's supposed to go. For Maryland. Oh,
Oh, he's not going here.
No.
Let
Craig
me check
Woodson's
out.
the next one. That's better.
That's better. You know what? For shits and giggles, let's check out Shiloh Sanders.
Shiloh Sanders, no Raz.
No.
Versatile safety, ball skills. He had an 80-yard interception return for a touchdown against Colorado State. He had that ACL tear.
Yeah.
Playmaking and NFL pedigree making intriguing prospects for a dynamic presence in the secondary. That'd be a fun pick.
That would be a fun pick. But Craig Woodson is coming to
I like him.
I can't ignore the Raz on that. And right at this point, we're looking at I love high motor. I love when they give me good effort. This is what I want. Craig Woodson. Hope you like barbecue.
Because you're going to be eating a lot of it. Shiloh's still there for you.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
Howard Cross, nice.
Yeah, let me look at Howard Cross real quick. I just want to look at it. All right. So hit all for me, please. All right. Of course. There he is again.
Very interesting.
Oh.
You hit edge, you hit safety, you hit guard.
Oh, I hit all
defensive tackle. You hit all of them except for offensive tackle.
Let me go offense with receiver.
That's a good call. Ja'Cory Brooks.
I do like Ja'Cory Brooks. They do not like Ja'Cory Brooks.
He had 1,000 yards and 9 TDs last year.
Yeah.
Pretty good production.
Yeah, exactly. Give me some. Well, hold up. Let me look at Keandre Lambert-Smith. I saw his Raz at the very end.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Only topped 900 yards once. But below average catch point, catching only 36%
of his contested catches, and that's not cool. You know what? Give me Ja'Cory Brooks. That 4.14 is not really scaring me. He basically was the number one receiver on a shit team. So
hey, that's still good to be the number one. What position you want to see here with the last pick? This is Mr. Irrelevant. Who's going to be Mr. Irrelevant?
Ooh, all right.
It
could be. It could be.
Backs, right? Yeah, you got Judkins.
I got Judkins. Let me check out Lane right here.
5'10", 200, 4-year starter, proved statistically every year of his college career. Special teams ace, who was an effective gunner. Effective zone coverage safety, was good at reading the quarterback's eyes and seeing routes develop in front of him. 7, yeah, that's not bad. 13 pass breakups last 2 years.
He gets in there. Let me check out Jason Marshall Jr., please.
Jason Marshall Jr., Florida. Wow, that's good. 2,400 career snaps. It's pretty good, dude.
Yep, he's coming. Come on now.
Let's do it, Jason Marshall Jr. I'm
actually happy with how that closed out.
Yeah, that was good.
My 7th round was pretty solid. So Travis Kelce, yes, he's not retiring, but it felt like he retired before the Super Bowl started. So Colston Loveland is now going to be replacing him in the future. Tate Ratledge will fill in the void that has been left by Mr. Thuney. Quinshon Judkins will be the heir apparent to Isaiah Pacheco, and eventually Isaiah Pacheco reminds me a lot of Marion Barber, to the point where he's a small running back that runs very aggressively, wants to get the tough yardage and everything. That's not going to really suffice very long for a small back like Pacheco. Enter Judkins. Darius Alexander is a steal at this point. I did not expect him to be here. In fact, if you recall, I was kind of going back and forth between him and one other player, but Rascore, he has size. Chris Jones needs some help. And also George Kalaflis will bring some pressure on the outside, which is why in the next one with Fadil Diggs, I get that extra pressure. So Craig Woodson will be a nice centerpiece. That's a great move right there.
Yeah, Craig Woodson, good. This is pretty athletic for a 6th rounder. Or 7th
No, he was 7th rounder too.
7th round, yeah, 7th round.
The last 3 picks I had were 7th rounders. Now, of course, Ja'Cory Brooks is not doesn't have the high RAS score, but he has size and he's able to catch the ball. A lot of those catches were contested. So, I mean, if he can do that, I'm good with that. And Jason Marshall Jr. is another project that with OJ McDuffie as your lead guy in cornerback room, why not? Go ahead and get him.
I like that as your last pick. I think that was like because they've been struggling at the second corner spot for a while, and their second corner the second corner got hurt last year, and it was pretty much just McDuffie or bust. So for Philly here, I took Ezeirauku, or how do we say his name?
Ezeirauku.
Ezeirauku. From Boston College. I like him. Solid RAS, 6'2", 248. His sacks production, he's going to be good. I think he's going to be a standout for this team. This team is drafting, developing better than anybody in the NFL right now. I see him as being a really good fit for them. They need a third receiver. I know they got Dotson from Philly, from Washington, but I didn't see much last year. This gives them more size and speed. I mean, it's not super big, but it gives them more speed, playmaking ability. And if they decided to ever move on from A.J. Brown, I've been hearing that rumor, this would make that a little bit of an easier blow because they've paid a lot of money to the receiver position, and this would make life a little bit easier on Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. They needed a guard. They lost Mekhi Becton. I went with Dylan Fairchild. I think I just see Philadelphia Eagles with this kid. He's played a lot against SEC competition. I think he could be really solid for Philly. Let's get back. So I'm near the mic. Okay. Then I got Riley Mills from Notre Dame. He wasn't the highest rated on their board, but he was on mine. Almost 20% pass rush win rate. I like it. He's a big defensive tackle too, almost 300 pounds. Hopefully he can help fill that void from Milton Williams leaving for New England. Dylan Sampson, they need another running back because they did lose Gainwell, and this gives them some depth behind Saquon Barkley. And this guy, this might actually, nobody's Saquon, but he's a smaller back, but I feel like he would be a really good change of pace back to Saquon Barkley, so I like him a lot. He's explosive. He's got agility, and learning behind Saquon in that offense, you might get the best out of Dylan Sampson in that system with that offensive line. Johnny Cornelius. This helps compensate for the Mekhi Becton loss. I think this could be a really good pick from Oregon. Yeah. And then I finished my draft in the, I think it was 5th round, with Noel Williams, cornerback from California. Can't talk today. 3,000 career snaps. He has a lot of penalties. He can be grabby, but he's just a solid man corner, like it says here. And with that secondary that's young, I feel like he'll fit right in with there. And this helps because their tight ends frequently hurt, and he's been on the trade block, might actually finally be gone, unfortunately. So enter Luke Lackey from Iowa. I think they got to get some youth in there. So that's my Philly draft.
Yep. Tight end you right there with Luke Lackey.
Yep. Well, guys, okay, you got to let us know who won. We will be putting this out pretty quick because the draft starts in, 10 days from tomorrow, so 11 days. So this draft will be out this week. Both of these mock draft rivals will be out this week. And go ahead and check out our NFC North mock we just did. And we've got a show tomorrow, April 14th, just me and Med. And then the following week with Ike Packers Podcast, one of the biggest Packers podcasts in the world, will be joining me and Bears fan Med. I'm super excited.
Yeah. And, it's going to be really fun to actually have him in there. And as far as tomorrow's show go, we will be hitting up on basically giving our grades and some key things going on in the draft for all these teams that have, of course, free agency and stuff like that. So
awesome. Go subscribe to Shots on the Sideline and follow him on Twitter and check me out on all the socials as well. And we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
There, guys.